In this question, we are given the curve C, which has an equation of y squared equal to 2 sine x plus 2xy, where x is between 0 to 2 pi. Part 1 of this question wants us to show that dy dx is equal to cosine x plus y over y minus x. So we can see that this expression, actually, they want us to show involve both x and y. So we were expected to do some form of implicit differentiation for the equation. Y squared equal to 2 sine x plus 2xy. So we are going to do a differentiation implicitly with respect to x for this expression. So differentiation of y squared, I will get a 2y dy over dx. This I will get a 2 cosine x. And for this part here, we're going to make use of our product differentiation. So keeping x differentiating y, we will have a dy over dx. Keeping y differentiate x, I will have a y times 1. I'm going to simplify a bit, cancel away all the 2's. I will end up with y dy over dx equal to cosine x plus x dy over dx plus y. I'm going to shift this term to the left-hand side and factorizing our dy dx. I will have a y minus x dy over dx cosine x plus y. Therefore, dy over dx will just be cosine x plus y over y minus x. And this is what we need to show in our first part. For part 2 of this question, we are asked to find the coordinates of the stationary points and use the second derivative test to determine its nature. So for a stationary point, we are just going to set our dy dx to be equal to 0. For stationary points, setting dy over dx to be equal to 0. In this case, we can see when this is equal to 0, I will left with cosine x plus y, and therefore y will be equal to minus cosine x. So we are going to use this expression to sub back into our original equation. Maybe I'll just label this as equation number 1. So subbing into equation number 1, I will have minus cosine x squared equal to 2 sine x plus 2x minus cosine x. Let's simplify a bit. We have a cosine square x equal to 2 sine x minus 2x cosine x. And for this type of expression, I'm going to make use of our GC to solve the value of x. Right? Anyway, it is very difficult or almost impossible to solve this expression using our algebraic method. So I'm going to make it easier for us by shifting the entire equation to the left-hand side. I will have a cosine square x minus 2 sine x plus 2x cosine x equal to 0. So we are going to make use of our GC to solve this. Let's bring up our GC. I've keyed the equation already, and the graph will look something like this. And since I know that the value of x is between 0 to 2 pi, so we are going to take the roots only between this range here. So you can see that probably the two roots I'm going to find will be this point here and this point here. We can make use of the 0 function to find the intersection point, or usually I'll prefer to make use of this method by letting our y2 to be equal to 0. I can just simply use the intersect function to find the two roots. Second, trace, number 5. So I'm going to scroll to nearby this first roots. I'm going to find, enter 3 times. You can see my first x coordinate will be 0.87394. For the second coordinates, I'm going to repeat this process. Going to shift the cursor to nearby to the second point, enter 3 times. You can see that the x coordinate will be 4.4877. So let me write down the 2x coordinate first. From our GC, our x will be equal to 0.87394, or the other point will be x equal to 4.4877. And to find the corresponding y coordinates, I can either sub back into here, or I can sub back into here. I think I'm going to make use of this because this is so much easier. So by subbing back, I should be able to get the value of y will be equal to minus 0.64181 or y equal to 0.22280. And we are going to use our second derivative to determine the nature of these two stationary points. I think I'm going to go for this equation here because I think that this equation is easier for us to do a differentiation again rather than this one. So maybe I'll just call this equation 2. So let's do a differentiation again for this. So this part here, we are going to do a product rule. So I'm going to keep y first, differentiate dy dx, we get d squared y over dx squared, plus keeping dy dx, differentiate y, we will have a dy dx times dy dx. This one I will have a minus sine x. This we are going to make use of product rule again. So keeping x, differentiate dy dx, we have d squared y over dx squared. And now keeping dy dx, differentiate x, I will just get a dy dx. And finally, differentiate this y, I will have another dy over dx. Let's simplify a bit. We have a y, d squared y dx squared. This will be dy over dx whole thing squared. So just to be careful, dy dx times dy dx, I will have dy dx whole thing squared. It's not d squared y over dx squared. They are not the same thing. This I will end up with minus sine x plus x d squared y over dx squared plus twice of dy over dx. Now we are going to sub in each of these to determine whether the d squared y over dx squared is greater than 0 or lesser than 0. Greater than 0, of course, will be the minimum point. Lesser than 0 will be the maximum point. So subbing our x is equal to 0.87394 into this expression, we can actually see that what will happen to our dy dx here, right, is they will actually end up to be equal to 0, and this will also end up to be equal to 0, right? Because this will be obtained actually from dy dx equal to 0. So subbing this back into here, of course, I will get equal to 0 for this and 0 for this. It will be the same case for this portion here. You will also get 0 for both the dy dx, right? So for this part here, if we were to sub in this expression, and we are going to also sub in the value of y here. Let me just write down y equal to minus 0.64181. And doing a bit of simplification, we should be able to get d squared y dx squared to be equal to 0.50593. For this case, it will be greater than 0, and this will imply that this is a minimum point. For the other coordinates, x is equal to 4.4877 and y equal to 0.22280. Subbing into this expression here, and using our calculator to find this value, it will give me minus 0.22858, which is lesser than 0. So this will imply that for this particular point, it will be a maximum point. Right, so we can conclude our answer already. So therefore, when the coordinates is 0.874, giving answer to 3SF, minus 0.642 is a minimum point. As for the other point is 4.49, 0.223 is a maximum